Haven't seen too many nests around here.
Been a couple.
More concentrated towards the hardwoods.
Yeah.
Once we get through this thick stuff, and actually we might see a rabbit in here. Once we get through this, we'll get back into some oaks. We'll start seeing some more nests. But like you say, they're probably right now they're out of the nest.
I heard there was chatter down there if you want to go check that out.
Yeah, let's do that. That makes sense. Yeah, that's one nest.
I think it was up. It was right up there.
Okay, he was headed up that way. So when he came down,
He
ran over this way. I mean, he hit the ground so hard. I'm surprised that didn't kill him, but he ran right over this way. Should be blood in there. Oh, it's some blood right here.
You're kidding.
So he came up over here.
He hit the ground. He hit the ground right over here somewhere.
Oh, there's some blood. Right there. Hey, you in the hole.
Where?
There's a little. That's blood, dude.
No.
Yeah,
he's in there.
Oh man, are you serious? That's what they do, though. That's what they do. All right. Guns on safety. We're safe there. You gotta be kidding me. Want to stick your hand in?
You can. I'll tape it.
Well, let me
Make sure this isn't a bear den.
Yeah, a fishy cat. Oh shit, he's right there. I think he's dead.
Now you feel comfortable sticking your hand in there?
Not really. I'm wondering how many squirrels are down there.
Maybe it's just, maybe that's, yeah, you never know. That's definitely the one. There was a blood.
No, there's a blood trail.
Yeah.
That's how we found him. Jesus Christ, dude.
That's what we're after.
Jesus.
What? Oh boy.
That's a big bad boy.
That's a big gray boy, dude.
Yeah.
Look at him.
That's a good size. I mean, that's a good squirrel. Holy smokes. He was a tough one, too.
Wow.
Hey, buddy.
Like, for reference, put him down and then put your hand next to him. I mean, that's a big boy, dude.
That's a big squirrel for around here. I mean, down south.
Yeah.
But he's got a beautiful tail. Get some good back straps. Well, after that, I think we need a little coffee or something.
I'd say so.
That was dramatic.
Sure was.
Yeah, we went. We had a blood. Took him out of a tree, followed the blood trail, found the hole.
That's like, straight out of those Puffin books as a kid. Gary Paulson or whatever, Hatchet. He had to go out and stick his hand down the hole.
Yeah. But anyways, lucky we found him.
Look at that shit right there.
What?
No,
deer
shit.
Yeah, that's deer shit. Hey, cheers.
Hey.
The first legit squirrel.
There you go.
Team effort. Well, this is typical, huh, Randy?
Yeah.
What happened?
What, the deer?
Yeah, the deer.
Well, I spotted a deer across that swamp.
So we still...
No shooting at it, though, of course. It's after seeing.
So we're out here squirrel hunting, enjoying ourselves, enjoying the day. Beautiful day. And cleaned out the squirrels, sitting here shooting the breeze. Randy says, Hey, there's a flag. And right across the river, but what, 60 yards out?
Yeah,
There's
60,
a
70, 80.
deer on the edge over there watching us. So
Saw a
we
little flag. Toot, toot,
yeah
toot. Bouncing around.
tried to get it on video, but I couldn't get out there really. So anyway, they're still here.
There's plenty of sign. There's plenty of sign.
Oh well.
You're washing your boots off tonight. A lot of deer dung.
Unbelievable. They love those treetops. They just sit right up there and wait. There you have it. One tree rat. Well, we missed that one. Get on the back side of the tree and I couldn't get a shot, and I went over and I just couldn't get him out of the brush. So now I got one barking at me over here. Now, when you do it, you just do the back and rip it off?
I do the bottom, under flip it over, under the vent.
Yeah.
Cut under the vent and then cut kind of like down the hands a little bit and try and
pull the whole thing
step
up?
on it and try and pull it off.
Okay.
You can do that. Yeah, just put the jacket off.
You can get your...
You want to grab the camera? Do what's all.
I get it rolling right now.
Oh.
These things got some fat on them, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we're worried about what they're eating, but
look at that.
look at that fat.
Look at that.
Holy smokes. Yeah.
That's a nice thick layer.
That's good. I mean, for the food, for the amount of food that's around, supposedly.
Supposedly, yeah.
And they're loaded with fat.
Mike was saying, you know, his deer had good fat.
That's what they're saying. It's good to see. Okay, now I realize this is very hard for some people to watch, but I want to prove a point. In cleaning the squirrel, now we shot this with a 22. This squirrel had a BB in him. I mean,
right up near the shoulder.
Yeah, that's a BB. Someone shot him out of a bird feeder or something. But that's a BB. So he's been walking around with that BB inside him. I mean, this is one we chased into the hole.
Yep.
He's a tough squirrel, man. I've never found a BB in a squirrel.
No.
That's proof positive right there.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm going to save that.
Yeah. That's just one of those things.
Ugh, man.
Wow.
Tonight's something a little different. I'm going to do a couple of fresh gray squirrels. And I cook it up with a miso. Okay, edit. It's pronounced miso, not miso. I always say that, but miso, okay? Someone's going to catch me. So, miso, which this is garlic red pepper, and it comes in a paste. If you're familiar with miso, it lasts forever. You put it in the refrigerator. It's fermented when you buy it anyway. And what I do is I'll take like a good strong tablespoon with some boiling water, mix it up and make like a broth, if you will. And then put it in over the ingredients once the squirrel's cooked. And I start off with garlic and onions and get those caramelized. I'm going to debone the squirrel and tenderize it with a meat tenderizer. And it helps break it up a little bit, and it makes it a little more palatable. Some people think it's tough. I actually don't mind it, but I do bust it up with a meat tenderizer. Also, I got some nice shitake and oyster mushrooms that I bought because middle of December you're not going to find oyster mushrooms out in the woods. So, get this show on the road. You can use a boning knife, but I use my old case trapper. Works pretty slick. Has for all these years. But basically, I'm just going to cut all the meat off the bone, like you would any, debone any animal. You can cook it bone and all, but sometimes I do that. Can't believe the fat on these things this year. Unbelievable. For a year with no natural food. Unlike rabbits, squirrels have fat on them. Unbelievable. These things, believe it or not, have quite a bit of meat on the back. Nice little back strap, if you will. Squirrel back strap. The smaller pieces I actually just throw in, but the bigger stuff like this, you can cut it up into smaller pieces. It's almost like shaved beef. Up into little smaller pieces like that, bite size, if you will. It's almost like when you buy shaved steak, same consistency. It's just very easy to chew. Now this is probably a little more time consuming than most methods you see, but it's all part of the experience, try to come up with different ways to enjoy your harvest. And I've done it a whole bunch of different ways. I've chicken, because I don't deep fry food anymore. Haven't for a couple of years, so I used to do, you know, chicken fried squirrel, I guess, if you will. That was really good. But to do that, you actually, there's a couple ways you can do it, but an easy way is to actually steam the whole squirrel and then just pull the meat off the bone. But, you know, obviously it overcooks the meat, but if you deep fry it, it doesn't matter anyway. But, or you can, you know, just fry up the whole carcass and chew the meat off the bone, but, I don't know, sometimes I just like the meat itself. And, this gives you nice little bite-sized, tender squirrel morsels. And it's already pretty tender after beating it into submission, obviously. Once we get our onions and garlic caramelized, put our meat in. They go a little strong on the onions, just because I love them. So once you get the onions and garlic all caramelized, then you put your meat in and let that cook for a while. You want to make sure that's cooked well, you know. So the water's done boiling, and I'm going to take a cup boiling water out of the old MSR teapot that I've had for 20 plus years. Still using that. And good healthy chunk of it. You put it in there and you stir it around and it'll eventually melt. And you'll end up with like a broth. Pretty straightforward. That's what we want our miso to. I said it right that time. Miso. It's basically all you're looking for. It's like a little miso soup. That'll give us some really good flavor in with that fat gray squirrel. Oh, does that smell good? One ingredient I forgot to mention was black beans. I put that in too. So we're going to start putting our ingredients in because squirrels cook pretty well through. Mushrooms. Again, if you can get your oyster mushrooms fresh, off the tree, obviously, that's the way to go. But I like the shiitakes too, honestly, especially with miso. Kind of a nice little blend. I love mushrooms in general, but it seems like a lot, but they just disappear. Now we get our ingredients. We're going to put the miso in. And stir it up. And those mushrooms are basically going to get a lot of liquid out of those mushrooms. I put a little bit of pepper in. Let's say because you don't really want to kill the flavor. I wouldn't even put any salt in. I would wait until after it's done, and then if you want to add salt, do that afterward. Because if you put it in, I think salt, I don't know, sometimes with wild game, especially venison, it tends to taint the flavor. I don't like to cook with it. I'll put it on after. Maybe that's just my crazy notion, but that's what I do. So we're gonna let this simmer for a while. Get it right down. Let all that stuff cook up, and then when we're done, we're gonna put it over a nice bed of brown rice and have some dinner. Well, there you have it. Squirrel miso. I did forget to mention I put a little fresh cilantro on the top and nice hot espresso off to the side there. And I am going to indulge in this absolutely delicious meal. Thanks for watching.